Overwhelm is a precipitating stressor to humans. In fact, I have found from my personal experience and from conversing with other people that overwhelm is usually subtly situated at the center of transition seasons. What does this mean? When you are going through a big transition, let's say you're trying to change jobs, you've just started a new job, you just got married, you just moved to another country, you just had a baby. When things start to switch up in a way that they haven't done so before in your life, if that season is not carefully managed, it can lead to overwhelm. There are also other things that can lead to overwhelm, like quite frankly, doing too much unnecessary things, and giving your time and energy into things that don't matter. Those kinds of things can lead to overwhelm as well. Whichever category of overwhelm you fall into, this video should be of help to you. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 simple but very powerful steps to not just nip overwhelm in the bud when it starts coming, but to take a preventative approach to proactively prevent yourself from getting into a state of overwhelm. If you're excited about that, let's get into it right now. Step number 1, declutter. Oh my goodness, we have such noisy lives. We have such busy lives. We're doing everything. We're everywhere. We're trying to be there for everyone. We're doing too much. Some of us have very noisy lives. We have too many junk emails coming at us every day. We're in too many WhatsApp groups and the messages are never ending. We are trying to do so much. We're trying to be everywhere, trying to attend every event. And then we're surprised that we're overwhelmed. The first step to overcoming or beating overwhelm is to declutter your life. Boil it down to a handful of things that you need to focus on per time and per season, and you will watch the stressors be eliminated. Sometimes these things are stressors. In as much as we want to be at every event, we want to show up for everyone we care about, we want to attend every event, you need to realize that you are human. And what that means is your energy is finite. There's only so much you can do and give per time. We all have 24 hours a day, and each and every one of us needs to recharge every day to be able to power through the next day through sleep. And so when you're doing anything that is an overload for your mind, for your emotions, for your physical body, that is a sure path to overwhelm. And when you're overwhelmed, not only is your mental health compromised, but your physical health is compromised too. So let's start by decluttering our lives. For some of you, the declutter needs to happen in your physical space where you live. That clutter is messing with your mind and making you feel tired all the time, or exhausted all the time, or burnt out all the time. So you might want to start from decluttering your space. For some of us, we need to declutter emotionally. We have a lot of emotional baggage. We're holding a grudge against this person. We're still mad at this person. We're not in talking terms with that person. There's malice here. And we remember the comment that this person made to us 5 years ago. And we keep those things running at the background of our minds. And it's overwhelming us. Emotional declutter, I find, is not often talked about, but it's a very, very important part of our well-being and our wholeness. And we need to fix that in order for us to experience true peace and calm and beat overwhelm. Think about it like your laptop. When you have 20 tabs running at the background of your laptop, and you're not constantly closing those tabs, you're not shutting the laptop down for it to recover, you're not resting the battery, you just keep those tabs, junk tabs, okay? Even if it's not junk tabs, sometimes they're genuinely important tabs that you need to keep running. But think about keeping those tabs running on your laptop for days and months at a stretch. What would happen? Almost inevitably, your laptop will start to hang. And once it starts to hang, it has started functioning suboptimally, meaning it's not functioning at its best anymore. And so if you want your laptop to revert back to its state of optimal functionality, you are going to need to declutter that laptop. So think about your mind as that laptop. You have too many tabs running in your mind. You have so much baggage, running in your mind. You're holding on to too many things. And if you want to beat overwhelm, have some sort of emotional declutter. So we've talked about physical and emotional declutter. Also have some mental declutter in terms of goals that you're working towards. What are you trying to achieve per time? Are you spreading out 10 goals and beating yourself hard to achieve those goals all at the same time? Are you trying to be here and there all at the same time? Are you constantly context switching multiple times in a day, and it's taking a toll on your mental health and your, the state in which you function mentally and leading you to feel mentally overwhelmed? Then you need to pause. You need to cut down on stuff. Cut down on your social media time. Cut down on, this one's going to be hard. Cut down on the number of people you follow on social media, because honestly, a lot of the things that they put out is pure garbage. You don't need to be dealing with all of that every day. You're letting all of that filter into your mind, and it's affecting your mind. It's creating a state of overwhelm. You just aren't associating it to those things because social media gives you some sort of dopamine boost, temporal dopamine boost. And so you want to see what's happening in everyone's life. You want to catch up with what this person is doing on social media. You don't realize that you're just one person. And at the end of the day, interfering with too much of that will clog your life and lead to a state of overwhelm. So make sure you do physical, mental, and emotional declutter to fully beat overwhelm. Step number 2, delegate. Yes, ask for help. Yes, allow someone else be in control or in charge. Allow someone else to take the initiative on doing certain things for you. And I know this can be hard for our control freaks and our perfectionists who feel like they have to do everything themselves for it to turn out right. But that's probably why you're getting overwhelmed. That's why you keep getting overwhelmed, because you're trying to do everything all by yourself, because you have trust issues. You don't trust that someone else can do it for you. At the end of the day, no matter how gifted you are, no matter how talented you are, no matter how well you can do many tasks at the same time, you've got to realize that those things will have an impact on you. So the fact that you can do those things very well and the fact that you can do those things yourself does not mean you should be doing it yourself. Sometimes let the control go. Ask for help. Hire someone if you can. Ask a spouse for help. Ask a sibling for help. Ask your kids for help. Ask those around you. Leverage the system, the support system that you have around you to make sure that you are delegating properly and not trying to do everything yourself. This is extremely important. I get that. I get it. I get that thing where you think something has to have a personal touch of you for it to come out excellently. But that's a lie. Think about it as putting a cap on how much you can do per time. Besides, when you delegate, it allows you to release yourself and open up yourself to do more, because you free up more space, more mental space, more bandwidth to do more. But when you're holding on to everything and trying to do everything yourself, you kind of put a limit or a cap to how much you can do per time. So it's very important that you identify areas of your life where you need help and get help. As a rule of thumb, if you don't absolutely need to do something, then you should probably not be doing it. You should be delegating. You should be getting help. Try to make sure that you put your energy, mental energy, focus, and time into the things that absolutely need you. If they don't absolutely need you, then you can absolutely delegate it. And I know I talked about struggling with perfectionism or the love for control, but that's a whole nother topic, and maybe in another video I get to address how you can overcome things like that. But it's important that you recognize and you realize that struggling with that is it's something that you struggle with, and that there are ways for you to get help. So go ahead and get help. The third step is prioritize. Not everything requires the same amount of energy and focus from us at the same time in all seasons. Sometimes you've just got to know what you need to be focusing on per time and per season. And this is especially important for my multi-potentialites, multi-gifted folks, multi-passionate folks who are passionate about many things and who are able to do many things at the same time. If you fall into the trap of doing many things at the same time, then that's definitely going to lead to overwhelm. But if you are multi-gifted and you're multi-passionate, think about the best way to separate areas of your life and invest in them per season. So let's say you love music and you love poetry and you love acting. Well, each year you're going to ask yourself, what do I want to focus on this year? Perhaps it will be wise for you to give the entire year to just one part of you, music, and then the next year you can switch to another part of you, or a few months depending. But don't do music on Monday, acting on Tuesday, whatever else on Wednesday, because that is a sure recipe for overwhelm. So it's important to prioritize per season, and even you bring it down to the smaller things like your daily tasks, what it is that you need to do. You've got to prioritize what is most important to you per time and what you absolutely need to be doing per season to make sure that you don't get overwhelmed. The next step is put structures and systems in place that can help you do your work sustainably. And the operative word there is sustainably. Because sometimes we take off like a tornado. We're passionate about this thing and we're excited about it, but we've not thought it through. We've not thought about what needs to be in place to ensure that we can do those things for the long haul without getting burnt out or overwhelmed. So it's important that you think about the structures and the systems that you need to put in place. And it can be as little as scheduling things. You need to have things scheduled, whether for social media or even on your calendar, to ensure that you're not overworking your brain with trying to commit so many things to memory per time and remember everything at the same time. So structures and systems need to be put in place to ensure that you can go the long haul sustainably, and you can do it without being burnt out, without sacrificing your mental or physical health in the process. So you need to pay attention to that. The last and the final step, which is very important, is have seasons of rest and recovery. Respect yourself and your body enough to pause and breathe and rest and recover. It's not a badge of honor when people say, oh, I haven't slept in 1 week, as if to say that they're more hardworking than others because they haven't slept. That in a sense is foolishness, because think about your big goals and your big dreams. All of it is dependent on your physical body, your mental health, and the mental state of your mind. And if any of those are compromised, your goals are going to be compromised. Health is wealth. There's a reason why that saying is very prevalent. If you're not in good health mentally, physically, psychologically, then you're very compromised, and there is a high chance that you will not be able to achieve most of your goals. So have seasons of rest and recovery. God, rested on the seventh day. Look at all the beautiful things he created. He is definitely creative. He's multi-gifted. But on the seventh day, he rested. And if he did, so should you. You should take a cue from the creator of the world, regardless of whatever you're creating or how good what you're creating is. If you don't rest, you are compromising yourself. Listen, my friends, rest is not luxury. Rest is needed. There is a reason why the creator of the human body designed for sleep, designed for a period of rest and recuperation, because mental clarity depends on it. Physical energy depends on it. A lot is dependent on your body's ability to rest and recover, and your mind's ability to think clearly. So make sure that you're prioritizing rest. A lot of times when people say that you're overwhelmed, when I look closely, I see that first of all, their sleep is compromised. And the moment your sleep is compromised, you're going to be cranky, irritable, angry at the world, and experience a lot of strong emotions that are really just as a result of your body being overworked. And so if you don't take the time to rest your body and recharge and recover, overwhelm is going to lead you to burnout. And you're going to find that in life, you're running on empty. You are always empty. And best believe you are going to be more vulnerable, more prone to, experiencing strong emotions that then begin to send a message to people around you, begin to send the wrong message, to the people around you. So make sure that you're prioritizing rest and recovery. All right, that's where we're going to call it a wrap. My name is Regina. I'm a life and transformation coach. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because this channel is committed to equipping you with the thinking and the tools that you need to experience life and personal transformations. Go ahead and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below which of these points stood out the most for you. Which of these points are you going to start practicing immediately? And which ones have you been practicing? Also, do you know anyone who's currently dealing with overwhelm? Go ahead and hit that share button. Share this video with them so that they can find the steps to overcome it. Until next time, take care. Bye.